Okay. Folks, I apologize for taking a long time. It was not of my own choice. It was just I had to do something for my parents. I love my parents, but sometimes I just feel that they ask for things at the wrong time. But isn't that really what it's about when it comes to parenting? Well, at some point I'm going to have to, you know, overcome that when I become a parent. But that's another story for another time. But for those who have been waiting, it's time. And I said that I wasn't going to play. I did not say I was not going to stream because I've been meaning to do this, and in fact, I was going to do it earlier than I am doing it currently. But when I said that I wasn't. That it was too late. I was talking about playing the game because I know that when it comes to the Mario Party games, they can take a while, and by the time I was finished with this, or yeah, and plus I had postponed this last week, but that was only because my cousins came in last minute, and I was not notified about that. So I'm trying to make up for lost time. So that's yeah. So if I'm sorry, Elmeister, if you were expecting it, but I do have something for you, and that is you do have a game today, as far as the Tennessee Titans are concerned. So you do have a game on Madden. So I got you on that. But I'll tell you what, Elmeister, I'll get back with you in the DMs, and we can plan ahead, like the next weekend or the weekend after next. At least so then I can properly plan it, or plan around it, I should say. Uh, so there you go. So I just wanted to get that little bit of what is it, housekeeping out of the way. But yeah, hope you're not too disappointed. But with all that said, it's time. So our final four teams, we have the Falcons taking on, or the Falcons at the Packers, and the Cowboys at the Titans. So with all that said, who wants to go first? We have Patty on the part of the Green Bay Packers, and we have Elmeister on the part of the Tennessee Titans, and their respective opponents, of course. So, question is, whoever wants to go first, I'll do it, and I will let those who have their games know, and go from there. Of course. But yeah, I apologize for you know, what is it? Getting your hopes up. Anyway, he can go first. Okay. Hey, what's up, TJ? Or, well, Walt or WJ. He says hi, TJ, but WJ, Walter Johnson. So he says that Elmeister can go first. Okay, I'm fine. I'm cool with that. I'm definitely cool with that. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm just getting my affairs in order. Wait, what was it? Oh yeah, I had to make sure who had the first, who had the what is it, the 6 seed over the 7 seed, and that's the Titans. So the Titans have a home game they didn't think they were going to get. They were certainly thinking that they were going to face off against the Kansas City Chiefs, but instead they face off against the team that beat them, and that is the Dallas Cowboys. So, with all that said, all right. All right, so for the Titans, we have Elmeister. Well, we just saw him in the chat there, but we also have Mob and Clinton Cage. I wish nothing but the best for the two teams that make it, but also for the teams that don't. I still wish them nothing but the best. So this is for a trip to the Super Bowl. We could see Patty and Kelly make it to the Super Bowl, but we could also see Gregory and Crimson Ninja make their debuts in the Super Bowl, as well as Jamar. And then, of course, Wally's saying, "Hey, Jamar." But yeah, I had to do something for my parents. Again, I would have done this a lot more sooner than I ended up doing it. But we will see the Falcons in the second game as Patty, on behalf of the Packers, the opponent of the Falcons for today, has decided to defer. So yeah, it's like being saved for the main event, so to speak. Also, let me just get my pop-out chat and everything else that goes with it. And I like how people are just saying hello to each other. I'm cool with that. And then the last person I need to get, well, for the Titans at least, is Clinton. And then, oh yeah, and then the Cowboys. I apologize if this takes a while. Okay, I don't have a way to contact Zach, but I can contact Crimson Ninja. Hey, what's up, Atticus? Well, Atticus, well, now that you've had at least a night to think about it, how do you personally feel about what happened at WrestleMania? But also, I was about to ask, how are you doing, man? I know that I think the only thing I'm fine with it. Well, at the very least, I'm finally going to give you what you want, and that's your one-on-one match with Jose, as he still has that Universal Championship. And then, last but not least, Gregory, Mr. NWA himself. And also, there's Clinton. There he is. I mean, well, of course, if you are interested in doing comms, you're more than welcome to. If not, that's fine. I just thought I'd invite you or someone I trust to do commentary with. Okay, so that's the last of it. So now let's get to it. But yeah, after this we will have the Packers at, or the Falcons at the Packers. Excuse me. Okay, so it's going to be It's going to be 5 minutes, and yeah, it's closer to 6 now. Okay, clear's fine. All right. So, good luck to the Cowboys and good luck to the Titans. Until then, well, what am I saying? Until then, let's do it. But nonetheless, though, I know that Clinton's going to want to lead his team to the promised land. I mean, of course, to get there is an impressive achievement, but I know that they don't want to just make the Super Bowl; they want to win it. I want to switch back to quarterback next season. Well, we'll see what happens. All I know is that I don't want to make any promises though. But I mean, there's a couple of good teams there for the first 10 teams that didn't do so well. And
tonight, from Nissan
I forgot
Stadium
to
in
set my
Nashville, Tennessee.
earbuds, but that's okay. I'll have to do that.
It's a special
But
drive
I'll have to.
today
But I'll keep that in mind,
NFL,
Mr. Atticus.
EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
We welcome all of you to
Well, who knows? They could very well do that. Let me do this really quick. I'm sorry. Let me just fix my headset. Otherwise, it's just going to bother me for the rest of the night. So let's do that. All right, now we got it. Let's do it. Tighten up. Well, we'll find out if it's going to be the Titans or if the Cowboys can make their first Super Bowl in, well, it's been over 25 years. Actually, now that I think about it, it's been less than 30 years actually. Well, the thing is, Atticus, your brother's on that team. And yet, either he or Clinton is going to make it to the Super Bowl.
Now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Nashville. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will.
And I also kind of find it weird, just like last time that we saw Dallas, that the home team is wearing white.
So the Titans set to
and there you see Clinton Cage, soon to be renamed Clinton McCleary. Wow! Wow, you gotta be so savage to do that to your brother. I mean, you do know he could just grab you and knee you in the nuts. Well, then again, that's the most Crimson Ninja thing to do, as much as it's an Atticus Black thing to do. But
he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meeting.
Yes, Gregory is also on the Cowboys too. As is what is it, Zach Walker. Of course, most of you know him as the guy that was part of the DWO. Although I haven't seen Zach in a while, so I might have to bring in somebody to replace him after this season.
Once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
All right, so at the 32, Clinton looking for somebody and has to throw it away. So, of course, Clinton is the quarterback, and Modman is the tight end. while on defense, Elmeister is the strong safety. And for the Dallas Cowboys, they have a wide receiver in James Cleghorn, a.k.a. Crimson Ninja, a tight end in Gregory Blakely, and a center in Zach Walker. And a throw and a catch past the midway field, or the midway, or midfield, to Julio Jones, who, of course, was back when he was still with the team. Wow, of course you would. Of course you would. Well, I mean, it's mixed. It's a mixed affair because on one hand you have Cage, soon to be McCleary, but on the other hand you have your brother and Gregory. Anyway, they hand it off to the D train. Although this time he actually goes back forward. He goes backward 1 yard. And of course the other Gregory on defense is the one that stops him and even forces him to go backward.
He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that
you
bottle him in.
No worries, Joshua. You don't have a game, by the way, but I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I mean, I had to help my parents, and that's why I was late than usual.
Loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll look to throw.
Another completion.
And the stop here will come at the 30.
And who did he get it to? Oh, he got it to Henry. Again, Henry has proven himself in these playoffs to be Marshall Faulk-esque.
He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved.
I mean, he's more of a runner than, a receiver, given the fact that he has, he doesn't have the explosive speed that, say, a Marshall Faulk did. Oh, that was so close, almost got picked off. It is still, it is, a defensive stop and successful, but that could have been picked off, unfortunately.
Here's Bullock now for the
All right, so Bullock is going to kick the field goal.
This officially a 55-yard attempt.
55 yards. And not even close as it goes into the crowd.
It's no good.
So they don't get 6. They don't get even 3 on that one. So that's going to open up the door for the Cowboys. I mean, we saw in the last game that we saw the Dallas Cowboys that the Cowboys took advantage of miscues on the part of the opposing team, and they made them pay for it. And that's how, for the most part, that's how they got here. And also, hey, what's up, Crimson Ninja? You're just in time for your game. In fact, you're on the field right now.
What's going on here?
Yeah, and he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect.
So they hand it off to Ezekiel Elliott, but unfortunately for him, he only gets 2 yards on that. There you see Elmeister, number 9.
Defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front.
So the keys to the game for Dallas is take advantage of turnovers, create turnovers, take advantage of them, and score. If you're Tennessee, protect the ball and capitalize on your scoring opportunities whenever you can. If you fail to score, eventually Tennessee's going to find its rhythm, and and we've seen in the past that when Tennessee starts scoring, points in bunches, they are tough to stop. And of course, Clinton's like, for feet's sake. Anyway, 3rd and 8 and a big stop here for Tennessee. We'll find out what Elmeister and the rest of the guys are going to do. Prescott gets it, and they do get the completion, but not enough to get a first down. In fact, it results in 4th and inches. Nice catch by Gregory, but not enough for a first down, unfortunately, for him.
just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that
So yeah, great catch there. And great stop there by Fulton to see to it that he did not get the first down.
You guys will cover for me.
So what are they going to do?
On fourth down,
Nope, they're not going to go for it. They're just going to play it safe. Oh, gets it off the play me? What? Well, anyway, he kicks it away, and it ends up on the 13. They're going to mark it at the 13. And also, hey, what's up, Tito?
For their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
All right, so Tennessee will start at the 13. So, yeah, tough start, but it can be done.
The answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
All right.
Throwing here on first down.
Cage is going to run. No, he's going to stop and throw. And, oh, great throw, but could not corral it in.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
2nd and 10 at the 13. Right now, Dallas doing a great job with making it much difficult, although the D train, well, he gets a couple of yards and forced out of bounds to stop the clock. 3rd and 2, much more manageable, though. I cam log on. And hey, Jennifer Richards had herself a gutsy performance last night at WrestleMania with a broken leg and was able to compete for as long as... Oh, another near pick. That's 2 near picks that Cage has thrown that could have been picked off for some points, but instead...
won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far.
Oh, man.
To allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys.
All right, well, they get it off. And, well, they managed to jam him, or gun him, I guess you could say it. I always get those two terms mixed up when it comes to the special teams. But they will start at great field position at the 32.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach.
All right, well, so far,
and not try and force something.
2 possessions for Tennessee, no points. 1 possession for Dallas, no points either. Although he gets a big run and a big first down, just shy of midfield, but great run there by Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 49. Prescott. Nope. In fact, he lost some yards. He lost 5 yards on that, and a big sack by Dupree. Great play there by Dupree, by Tennessee's Dupree. Great job, man. Win by any means necessary. I mean, look at that. Look at that chasing. Look at that pursuit on the part of the defensive end. And just when Prescott was about to turn on the second jet, he couldn't. He lost 5 yards on that. So great play there by Dupree.
This defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15 at the 44. They hand it off. But Elliott does not get very much on that.
He'll get 2 yards
He
back,
only
but
got
he's
2
gonna
yards
leave
on
it with
that, so now it's a 3rd and 13.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
I mean, when you say win by any means necessary, I mean, that's like, you know, prime, what is it, nation of domination.
Extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Last play of the quarter, and they get it off, and Lamb manages to get by one guy and get a 1st down as the clock ends for quarter number 1. It's still scoreless after 1. I mean, great second effort there by Lamb to not only get by 1 tackle, but to get to the 1st down before being taken down. And then Jen says, let's go, guys. So, like, who are the guys that you want? Dallas or Tennessee? Actually, I know. I think it's Tennessee because I know that that Jen comes from the state of Tennessee, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive
Yeah, I
line
kind of
to give
figured.
them credit.
Kind of figured.
Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
All right, so 2nd and 5.
Here's 2nd and 5.
They hand it off again to Elliott, and Elliott only just gets 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense.
Although I will say some of the shoes that these guys are wearing are pretty sweet. 3rd and 4.
Prescott to throw it.
Prescott, great catch!
And he will have a
And who caught that? Who else? James Cleghorn, Crimson Ninja with a big catch, 18 yards on that. Prescott looking for a target, and he got it to Crimson Ninja number 36.
They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Well, now Dallas getting dangerously close. They hand it off again. Oh, nice tackle there. Uh-oh. And Collins hurt. Uh-oh, Collins is hurt.
We'll step aside.
Okay.
Second and 6.
Again, I don't know. Well, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just move on. They hand it off again. And this time they only managed to get 3 yards on that. Now 3rd and 3. Anyway, nice tackle there by Elmeister to keep it. To keep the drive going, at least in terms of trying to get a defensive stop. Prescott trying to find somebody. He gets it. Well, not quite a touchdown yet, but they get it to the 1, and of course it was Cleghorn. Crimson Ninja with a big catch.
Where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree.
Yeah, exactly, Wally. He caught it, but was unable to break the plane with the ball when he had it in his possession there. 1st and goal at the 1.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Elliott.
And Elliott just takes it standing up, and that's it, man. Great run there by Elliott.
A solid block blocking up front
I
from the
mean,
guys
you
on the
cannot.
offensive line allowed him to
You
get
couldn't
in
have
for
run
the
it any
touchdown.
better
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the
than
offensive
Dallas
line
did,
were in
especially with
concert. I used
Elliott.
to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allows
Yeah,
the
just
runner
too easy. I mean,
big
you
move
cannot.
towards the end zone.
I mean, and give credit to guys like Martin, Williams, Walker, doing a great job with that offensive line. I mean, you got to give an assist there to Zach Walker for his for his work there.
And this is up and good to
All
make
right,
it
so 7-0 Dallas.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays.
Well, now it's up to Tennessee to respond.
Touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
I mean, obviously, it just because you scored the first touchdown doesn't necessarily mean you lost. It's just because we have seen in the past leads overcome. But right now, it's up to Tennessee. I mean, they haven't turned the ball over technically, but they haven't really. But they've been shut out twice, so they're going to have to score some points if they are going to have any shot of catching up to the Cowboys, because again, we all know that the Cowboys are going to take advantage of miscues.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
All right, so they get him at the 25, and that's where they're going to start. But yeah, I mean, that's what Dallas has done. They take advantage of turnovers, and really, what more could you ask for if you're Dallas?
Little soul searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Hey, what's up, Joker? Yeah, that's what they need. Oh, fakes a handoff. And got a man open. Chester Rogers with a big catch and a great throw by Clinton Cage.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Anyway, great catch and also great throw too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
All right, so 1st and 10, excuse me, and a run, and he gets into the corner, and he may be breaking away. Well, they managed to get him at the 8 with a 2-minute warning. Great run there by the D train, the H train, Derrick Henry, whatever you want to call him, but a great run by Henry. Like, once he was able to get past that first tackle and break away, that's where, Henry is very effective. All right, 1st and goal at the 8. 2 minutes left. And who did he get it to? That was Mobman. Great catch there by Mobman, number 57, i.e. the Intercontinental champ, or the former Intercontinental champion. He just recently lost the title to Sonic. But still, that does not take away from the fact that the man is a champion. And Clinton's going to run it himself, and he runs it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Clinton Cage, and we have an injury, unfortunately.
And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing
But
up.
great run there by Cage and Henry before that.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good, and we're tied.
It's good, so 7-7. Only took 4 plays, 75 yards, and 1:06 to do it. And they're going to dab. I'm going to dab as well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone.
And good run there by Pollard to get to the 22 yard line.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics.
Anyway, great run there. I mean, again, 4 plays, 75 yards, and 1 minute 6 seconds. All right, so now Dallas has a chance to take the lead if they are able to get down the field in 1 minute 28 seconds. Starting at the 22. And he got it to C.D. Lamb.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So great throw there by Prescott.
That required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott.
Prescott, another completion and a timeout.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So it's still 7-7, 58 seconds left.
In this first half.
And another catch by Crimson Ninja. I will say this, Crimson Ninja doing a great job with the receptions. Same thing with Gregory, same thing with Modman, and in the case of Clinton, he's hitting his targets. Now Prescott lets it go, but hits it, threw it a little too high, and it's incomplete, 3rd and 4.
Not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll throw again.
3rd and 4. And wait, did he get it? He got it. Nice catch and goes out of bounds to stop the clock. So they still have their 2 timeouts left.
And I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
1st and 10 at the 48. Prescott still trying to find a way. He gets it. And he got it to Cleghorn. Another timeout being used.
Not quite to the 35. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Prescott goes out of the pocket, and he makes it. He makes the 1st down and gets out of bounds at the 11. What a run by Prescott! I mean, just when you thought you had him, he just manages to escape the box and get a 1st down, get out of bounds, and it's still 34 seconds with a timeout left. I'll tell you one thing, Dallas wants to win. I mean, they want to go to the Super Bowl. And, of course, Tennessee is, thus far, the only team that is a 2-time Madden champion, a Super Bowl champion, but still. Prescott is going to go for it, but he only gets 4 yards on that. 2nd and 6. Now, they could try to run another play, or they could take a timeout with... Okay, well, now they take it with 16 seconds left.
And found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
So we're going to find out what they're going to do. Are they going to run another play?
2nd and 6.
Yes, they are. Prescott looks for, picked off.
Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Picked off, and this could be, I believe, no.
Titans will have solid
Zach Cunningham.
as they take over at the 45-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points,
What a pick
no
by
matter what
Cunningham.
You're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost.
Wow, what a play by Cunningham. So now Tennessee has the ball past midfield at the 45 with 8 seconds left. Now, they could try to run a play, and if that doesn't work, they do have all 3 timeouts to use.
Maybe a chance for a quick completion, and
let's see what happens.
We'll see.
And no, not even close.
Just 6 seconds left on the clock.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
All right, so 6 seconds left.
Now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going
to go for a long one. No, but it's 1 second left.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So we could be expecting a Hail Mary right here. So let's see.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going deep for Brown.
No, oh no, wait, we got a flag.
However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
And that is, what is this? That's a defensive penalty, and anyone who knows football knows that a half or the game cannot end on a defensive penalty. So that's going to give Tennessee an untimed play, which is enough yardage to get them to try a field goal with no seconds left. And it's good. So that was a very bad penalty on the part of Dallas, because that gave Tennessee just enough to be in range for a field goal and take the lead 10-7 going into the second half. Wow.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams, as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out.
Hey, Deidre Lewis. How's it going, Munchie? Munchkins. Definitely after this, I'm definitely going to get the munchies. I don't know about you guys. Good and tired? Trust me, I was very tired myself.
It's the Cowboys who get the
All right, so the Cowboys will start the half with the ball, so they can either tie or go ahead. Pollard? Well, he gets by one guy, but manages to get to the 27-yard line, and that's where they're going to start.
Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field, and he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his
Man, Prescott was so close to just, getting a touchdown, if not at least a field goal, but instead Tennessee ended up getting an interception, and as well as a defensive penalty that went against Dallas, which gave Tennessee just enough yardage to attempt a field goal and connect on it, and that's how they have a 3-point lead, 10-7. Play fake. Prescott's going to go for it. Nope. I mean, great attempt there, but great coverage there by the likes of Elmeister and, by the likes of Elmeister and the rest of the defensive backs.
was a little questionable.
Oh, let me double check here. But if I'm not mistaken, oh, you were on the Eagles.
Put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last.
So yeah, you were on the Eagles, and you lost in the second round, and it just so happened that you lost to the Tennessee Titans, 6-3. That was the score.
Because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a band.
Oh, definitely, Wally. We're going to get to that. All right, 3rd and 2. They hand it off. Wait, did he get enough yardage there? He did, just barely, but enough. So yeah, you lost to the Titans, and it was a very close game. Unfortunately, Tennessee had the ball last, and they were able to take the lead, and unfortunately, Philadelphia just could not get anything going, and then Adidra says, Walter Boo. Like, are you booing Wally, or are you calling him a boo? Like, much like, you know, a significant other calls somebody their boo. They hand it off. And Elliott just running over everybody. And he gets another first down. They cannot stop the run. They cannot stop Elliott.
The more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on
Oh,
the
you're calling
scoreboard.
somebody a boo.
And this team is showing no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half.
But yeah, Elliott, Ezekiel Elliott, I mean, this guy is running over God. This guy is running over everybody. I mean, the Cowboys have done a great job with their running game. Unfortunately, it was that pick that Prescott threw. Had he not thrown it, you know, we could have been seeing a different game. He completes it, and he got it to Gregory Blakely. Great catch there by Gregory.
That one good for 7 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
They hand it off again, although this time not fooled. As Molden was able to read it as well as you could ask for. But yeah, Molden, he wasn't fooled, and that's how he was able to stop him. I mean, football is more than a physical game. I mean, you have to have a brain. Really, you have to. So yeah, great tackle there by Molden. Anyway, nice form. Big stop here for Tennessee. And if you're Dallas, you definitely need this to keep the drive going.
Looking to throw, Prescott.
Prescott, a completion and a first down at the 30.
And he will have a Cowboys first down.
Great catch there by Cooper.
The 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little
Amari Cooper.
Start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First down, Prescott.
Dallas gets the completion at a first down. And had he not been taken down, that would have easily been a touchdown for Cooper. But it's a first down. So now Cooper's starting to get his catches in.
So far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
14-yard line. They hand it off. Although this time he only gets 1 yard.
Gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9.
Prescott gets a man open, and he gets it to the 3-yard line, and it's a 1st and goal. Ezekiel Elliott gets his first catch. I mean, he's had a couple of great runs, but that was his first reception, so he's taking a page out of the Marshall Faulk playbook. So, I mean, great play by him. I mean, Dallas, I have to think that they're coming in on this possession in a different mindset than they were at the end of the half, and they do just that. Touchdown, and who was that? Dalton Schultz with a big catch, and that puts Dallas in the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run.
Great catch there by Schultz. You don't see Schultz in the lineup all that often in lieu of the fact that Blakely is in there, but instead he caught that ball.
And that makes it 14-10.
So now it's a 14-10 game. So now Tennessee will have to answer, and a field goal will not do them any good.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Yes.
And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
Yes.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Okay. Sorry about that. I thought somebody was trying to knock on my door or something, so okay. All right, so Tennessee, they have a 3rd and 3, and they will not be able to run it, as that's the end of the quarter. 14-10 is the score after 3 quarters. So, in the meantime, I'm just going to take my drink.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
All right, so 3rd and 3 at the 32. They need this. They got it. And he got past the first down line. Barely, though, as Modman was able to power his way to get an extra yard or 2 just to get that 1st and 10. So great play there by Mobman. Not just catching it, but also moving the chains.
He used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up
I mean, got to give an assist to Mobman. That keeps the drive alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
For a moment I thought he had it, but instead he didn't.
And it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job
2nd and 10.
hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They hand it off. Great run there by Henry.
That one good for 7 yards.
All right, so 3rd and 3. Another 3rd and short to make.
After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it again.
They hand it off, and did he get enough?
Close to a 1st down,
No, he did not. 4th and inches. Oh, goodness gracious. This is, oh, man. I mean, you kind of have to go for it at this point.
Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And they're going to go for it. They have to.
They'll run for it with
And they do get it, and a couple more. So they go from the 47 to the 47. Now past midfield. But man, that was a big one. They needed that.
Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
The 4th down run successful.
It's been busy, but I'm doing pretty well, my friend. 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look
Clinton looking for somebody. Oh, that was so close. Oh, man. Had he caught it as opposed to swatted away, that probably would have been curtains for him. Oh, man, that was a lucky break. I mean, great play by Dallas, but oh, man, that could have really broken the camel's back. I can't talk. And Cage trying to find somebody. He actually gets by. He actually gets by, gets the 1st down, and then some at the 30. Great run there by Clinton.
And they get upfield, get that great push. And what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw.
Clinton gets it.
Caught by Rodgers.
Nice catch by Rodgers, though they only get 5 yards on that, and the clock keeps running. Although I would have to think that they want to score, but they want to try to take up as much clock as possible to make it much tougher for Dallas should they score the touchdown. But that's the thing. They got to score a touchdown.
2nd and 5.
And, oh, that got popped up a little bit.
Boy, that would have been a great time for their 1st pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
Now it's 3rd and 5. Another 3rd down situation. Now the clock has stopped.
The Titans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 at the 25.
Looking to throw.
And
this pass broken up.
almost got it.
The contact
Almost got it.
there, and now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating
Well,
the contact.
they got to go for it. I mean, a field goal does not do it. It really does not do it.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to
Yeah,
hold
they're
it
going to
to
go for
3.
it. I was about to say,
One
don't.
score down,
You
here
cannot
we go.
settle for a field goal.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And, oh, they went for it and they don't get it at the 2-minute warning. Oh my gosh. So not only do they not get it, Dallas has it back with 1 minute 58 seconds left, and they can just run it out as much as they can. So now Tennessee's only hope is to try to get the ball back by forcing a punt.
The football here as we get you reset. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And I think this defense knew.
Well, actually, they get the stop and they manage to force him back 2 yards, but oh man.
Here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Man. Well, of course, Dallas still has to get by the 2 more. They have to get by 2 more timeouts by Tennessee in order to run away with this. They go to him again, and he gets a first down, and they have to burn a timeout to do it.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop.
And for Clinton, I just feel terrible for him because he deserves to win by all rights. You know, because he's been such a loyal fan of ours and yet cannot get anything going.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott.
And Elliott with another first down.
Get this into enemy territory at the 45. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout.
Man, I was part of me wanted Clinton to win just for the fact that he was there. He was passionate about it. But Dallas is going to come away with another win. So, yeah, no more timeouts. They can just simply run it out.
And they take a knee. Second and 11 now.
And the sad thing is, just like the real life team, they were great in the regular season, and they were great early they were great in the earlier playoff rounds. But unfortunately, when it counts the most, they just cannot get the job done. And that's pretty much been the biggest thing about Tennessee, even going back to their days in Houston as the Houston Oilers. Of course, there was the time in, I think it was it 78 or 79 for the 78-79 season. I forget which one, but I remember the Oilers, they had a touchdown that by all rights should have been called, but it was not, and that costed them the game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And had they actually gotten that, well, there's still no telling whether they would have won, but they would have had a much better chance at winning and getting to a Super Bowl, did the Tennessee or the Houston Oilers back then. And of course, let's not forget about the choke either.
You like the defensive side.
But for Dallas, they got the job done. And Dallas is going to the Super Bowl.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was
you can piss off, buddy.
Statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half.
But yeah, I mean, great play there by not just, Dallas, but, I mean, well, what am I saying? Dallas, they did everything right. I mean, they got the stops when they needed them. they got the runs that they needed. They also got the first downs when they needed them.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm
I mean,
Brandon
they just
Gaudin.
got the
You've been
job done, I
watching
hate
the
to say.
NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Nashville, good night, everybody.
Well, I mean, you get so close, and unfortunately, you know, someone had to lose. And Prescott had a great game despite throwing an interception. I mean, Cage had an okay game, but unfortunately, he was 38% of his passes. He didn't throw a touchdown. Sure, he didn't throw an interception either, but, you know, he just, unfortunately, it just didn't work out. In fact, Cage had a better rushing game than a passing game, and that says a lot. But, of course, it also comes down to Ezekiel Elliott just carrying the Dallas Cowboys on his back. And Cleghorn also did his job, you know, as did, you know, Gregory Blakely and CeeDee Lamb. And, of course, Dalton Schultz. And, of course, yeah, Zach Cunningham had that one interception that was key, because that probably would have... I don't know if that would have iced the game early, but who knows what would have happened. But it was a much closer game than it otherwise would have been. But for Dallas, they move on to the Super Bowl. So yeah, an incredible game. But you know, as a person, I can't help but feel bad for Clinton, really. Well, you know, Clinton the person, and Clinton and Clinton the character. But I mean, but we have to move on. All right, so we have the Falcons at the Packers, and all right, so Wally is in the chat. Oh yeah, let me update this a little bit really quickly. Okay. So Wally is in. Let me just get the others, as well as Kelly and I believe Patty's still in the chat, but if not, I'll let her know as well. All right, so Patty's still here. All right. Oh, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, that's right, Jamar. Let me get. Oh yeah, Mr. MSW too. I almost forgot. And Clinton is still here. Awesome. And then, oh yeah, that's right, Jamar. And then Drum Monkey. I don't have a way to contact James Gamer or Zero, whatever you want to call him. Okay. So with all that said, oh yeah, that's right. I need to still get Kellykins. Excuse me. All right, there we go. Well, now that we got everybody, or at least everybody that's going to be in it, good luck to the Falcons and the Packers. And the Falcons have the most players over any other team with 5. However, of course, we cannot discount the talent that the Packers have, as well as Patty and Kelly. So we're going to find out if the Falcons can make the Super Bowl, or if the Green Bay Packers can make the Super Bowl and win a second one. They won the inaugural Super Bowl championship on Madden. But with all that said, good luck, and let's get started. Of course, we'll have to watch out for that man, Jair Alexander. But one thing is clear, and that is that I'm shocked that Dallas has been able to, play the role of David, as they've went up against several Goliaths. I mean, to get past Pittsburgh is one thing, but to get past
from Lambeau Field,
the Chiefs and now the Titans, that says a lot about Dallas and how much they have improved since Madden 20.
On EA Sports.
Anyway, there you see I almost called him Ben Roethlisberger, but actually that's Aaron Rodgers.
It's the Green Bay Packers.
Hiya, Crushing Kelly, and also welcome back, Walter. It's time. So, pretty soon we're going to go through what each team is going to have to do to win the game. And Atlanta's going to start with the ball. Now, the thing about Atlanta is you got to protect the ball. You got to protect the ball. If you turn it over, Green Bay is talented enough to take advantage of turnovers. And if you're Green Bay, you got to convert on your offensive opportunities. Otherwise, it becomes a game of catch-up against Atlanta, and that's a game that Green Bay cannot afford to get into a game of. So those are the keys to the game for each team. But good luck to Kelly, good luck to Patty, good luck to Walter, Jamar, MSW, Drum Monkey, and James Gamer. All right, so they're going to start at the 28. And of course, there's the man himself, MSW, Miles Stanley Ward.
Their field general.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Again, it's one of those things where, sadly, one team is going to have to lose in order for another team to win. They hand it off.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it.
And unfortunately for Patterson, he only gets 1 yard on that.
Getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well.
MSW with a throw and a completion and a first down at the 45. And who caught that? Jamar Games, 17 yards on that reception. Great catch by him.
Because it was evident right there.
And a first down.
Like a simple pitch and catch.
And then Patty says, "Hey, hi Kelly, ready to kick some butt?"
Hard to make it happen.
First and 10. We'll have to find out what Patty and the defense will do.
First and 10. Moore. He's got his pass catching tight end. That's Pitts.
Anyway, great catch there by Kyle Pitts.
Brings up second down.
5 yards on that.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the
Nice stop there by Stokes.
Able to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They hand it off again, and they get a first down and a little bit more, this time by Patterson.
And that's a nice pick.
Right now, Atlanta doing what they need to do, and that's, you know, protect the ball. You know, you got to protect the ball. Because we saw what happened in the previous game with the Buccaneers. They didn't protect the ball, but they also did not convert on their offensive opportunities. And by then, you know, Green Bay was able to just run away with it.
Now Ward on first down.
Miles Stanley Ward.
That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in.
Nice catch there by Patterson, though.
Good for a gain of 6.
So, second and 4.
Get a second down.
Great catch there by Patterson. Patterson starting to get a little bit of the Marshall Faulk treatment.
Or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They handed off another run.
It's Patterson.
For Patterson.
Just a yard on the
but this time they only get 1 yard, and it's now 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Back to throw. Ward.
And Ward looking for somebody. Oh, almost got picked off. But it does result in an incompletion, and it's 4th and 3 at the 33. But man, that almost got picked off. That could have been huge for Green Bay. But that's enough for a field goal attempt. Let's see what happens here. And it is. It's off the post. Off the post, so they don't get 6, not even 3. It just went off the post.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy.
So Atlanta gets no points, and Green Bay takes over, and this is not what you want if you're Atlanta. To go away with no points, and Green Bay with the chance to take the lead here. And Wally knows it, so now Wally is going to have to go in there and try to get to Aaron Rodgers, or to become a run stopper.
He takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Now remember, folks, now for Wally, he is a defensive tackle, meaning he's in the middle when it comes to the defensive lineman. And then Patty's like, that was funny.
2nd and 5 now.
And wow, what kind of throw was that by Rodgers?
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first
so incomplete by Rodgers. Not a good throw there by Rodgers.
Target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
All right, so on offense we have Kelly, crushing Kelly. But on defense you have James Zero Gamer and Wally Johnson. A completion, but did he get enough yards on the forward progression? He does. Wow, great catch there by Cobb, and just enough awareness to get to the first down line, and he gets it. So close, but they got it.
Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives. How
great catch by Cobb, but also
kept the drive alive.
But keeping the drive alive, that's incredible, man.
Rodgers now on first down.
Oh, nice catch.
Open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Valdez-Scantling with a great catch, and he gets into the 21.
Just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Did you see James Zero Gamer, number 57?
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
50 seconds and counting in the first quarter.
On first down,
Rodgers. Well, he got hit as he threw, but he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So
all right, second and 10. 45 seconds left at the 21.
Rodgers to throw once more.
Rodgers is going to run for it.
The pressure right.
He manages to get 6 yards on that.
They move it from the 20 to the 15.
Or 5, actually. But 3rd and 5. I mean, it took some guts to get out of the pocket and get just a couple of yards to make it a little easy for a third down conversion. Let's see what happens.
Now
Rodgers gets it up. Nice catch. And they got the first down, and they went out of bounds to stop the clock as it was caught by Alan Lazard.
Gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but now in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And, ooh, nice run there by Jones as the clock runs out for the first quarter. 2nd and goal at the 2, and we will be back in just a moment.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
I will say that the attention to detail as far as Lambeau Field is concerned, it looks really nice. Because I had a chance to watch a presentation of, the Green Bay Packers and what Lambeau Field looked like when it first opened.
From the 2 now,
and then when you compare it to today, I'm amazed at the additions that they made over the years. They hand it off, and Jones comes in. He got just enough to get a touchdown. Packers
taking it in from 2 yards out, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
And of course, Atlanta not too happy with their defensive effort, as Jones just runs it in. So Jones, as well as Ezekiel Elliott from the previous game, with a rushing touchdown, and that sets the tone for the Packers to take the lead.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
All right, well, now it's up to Atlanta to try to answer back.
9 plays in all.
9 plays, 58 yards. They used up quite a bit of clock, especially after they had taken over after a missed field goal.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now it's Patterson.
Patterson takes it. And he gets into the 27. Not a bad start for Atlanta. And Jamar is super mad. Well, you're going to have to take it out when you get on the field. In fact, you're about to go on the field right now.
To see the Falcons offense. They had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
All right. So, at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10.
First and 10.
Nice catch.
Across the 35.
And a first down by, was that Kyle Pitts who caught that?
But when you see him make catches like that,
I know it was number 8. I didn't see. Oh, yeah, it was Kyle Pitts. So, yeah, great catch there by Kyle Pitts to get a first down to set the tone for this drive.
So here's a 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10.
Off play action.
A play action. And Ward's going to let it go. Oh, that could have been picked off as well, but I mean, he took a shot at it.
And it'll be 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
All right, so 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Ward. He's going to run it. Well, he did the best thing he could do, and that is, you know, just take what the defense gave you, and he took 9 yards. So it's a 3rd and 1. He went out of bounds to stop the clock, so it's 4 minutes, 13 seconds at the 47. So, hey, great play there by MSW. Third and 1. Gets the first down. Past midfield at the 46. So great catch there by Gage Jr.
Yeah, that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
1st and 10.
Looking to throw. More.
Oh, he was able to catch it and get away from the first tackler. Wow. I mean, great catch first and foremost, as well as being able to escape the tackle. And that man was Jamar Games. I mean, well, one, he caught it, and then he manages to escape like Houdini and get a couple more yards and a first down. So, yeah, that was just a great play by Jamar. Nice run there by Patterson for 6 yards, 2nd and 4 at the 29.
On the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive.
There you also see Drum Monkey number 86.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd
Also a wide receiver.
Back to throw.
And nice play there by, I believe that was Campbell, who was able to get his hands on that ball. In fact, he's the middle linebacker, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he is. It's been said that the middle linebacker is considered the quarterback of the defense.
Something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Ward.
And I'm not sure what kind of throw was that by Ward, but that was mistimed, unfortunately.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And unfortunately, this... Yep, we're going to see a field goal here.
His field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is
and this time they do get points. It's now 3-7.
But still trailing, it's 7-3.
7-3, excuse me.
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. This taken in at the goal line.
And Patty takes it all the way to the 26 to start off with.
26 officially, so
well, now it's up to Atlanta's defense to try to stop them. So anyway, nice return there by Patty. Patty is not just the free safety, but she also doubles as a kickoff returner.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
So now it's up to James Gamer, Zero Gamer, whatever you want to call him, and Wally Johnson on defense to try to stop him.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers.
And that was not a good throw by Rodgers, so incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On 2nd and 10. Rodgers, this one to the right.
Anyway, nice completion there to Valdez Scantling for 7 yards. 3rd and 3. 2 minutes and 15 seconds and counting. If you're Atlanta, the least you need to do is to try to stop them. And if you can stop them here on 3rd down, you have a good chance.
Rodgers gonna throw.
Well, never mind. They do get the stop. It just wasn't what I thought they would do. But that was not a good throw. I mean, it was actually no. It was a good throw. They just couldn't catch it in. But had he caught it, that would have been a 1st down. Had to correct myself there.
4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt.
So Green Bay forced to punt for the first time in this game. And they will start at the 22.
It'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
Oh yeah, and Jamar Games also doubles as a punting returner, or a punt returner, excuse me.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Be right back. Store run, not a problem.
They weren't happy with that field goal.
All right, so 1st and 10. Atlanta has a chance to either take the lead or cut the lead down some more with a field goal. Anyway, nice completion there by Miles Stanley Ward, and he got it to the drum monkey for a 14-yard reception.
Because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Operating from the
Miles Stanley Ward tried to find somebody, but he runs right into number 97, Kenny Clark.
They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the
and of course the coach very upset, and why would he not be? I mean, Ward was trying to find somebody, but as he ran, he ended up running into Clark.
I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to
so,
and get it out of my hands.
Yeah, unfortunately he ran into Kenny Clark, and that's like running into a brick wall. So now it's 2nd and 16.
2nd and 16. back to throw.
Ward, a completion.
Here, that's complete.
This time they get 8 yards on that and a timeout used up. With 54 seconds left. Nice catch there by Jamar Games.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
3rd and 8. And a catch. Or actually, I thought he had it, but he dropped it, and it was Kyle Pitts who dropped the ball. I mean, but great play on the part of Green Bay not to give up on that play. If they had, that probably would have been a completion and maybe even a touchdown. And who was that? Of course, it was Patty Chase that made a play on that ball and forced it incomplete. So great play there defensively by Patty Chase. So now Green Bay gets a chance at adding some points. Kicks it away. And Patty going to return it. Gets by 1, but manages to get to the 27. So great play there by Patty, not only making a play defensively, but also with the return game.
The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
I still got it, and I'm old.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Rodgers, a completion to Valdez-Scantling.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts.
All right, so Packers will use a timeout.
Ticks to go in half number 1. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw, it's
First and 10. Another completion. Gets it past midfield at the 48. And a timeout used up. Ram! How's it going, Ram?
Here's Rodgers to throw.
And a completion, and then a couple more yards.
Tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
If they wish to, they could try to either run one play or try to go for a field goal to add to the lead.
They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
A final shot before half for Rodgers.
A completion,
And he's gonna get this.
and they get the timeout with 1 second left.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Call her mom. Anyway, how's it going, Ram?
So with 1 second left,
With 1 second, they're going to go for a field goal to add to the lead.
From the right hash, this from 44 yards out.
Kicks it,
Kick by Crosby is good.
and it's good. It's now 10-3.
First half. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports.
Well, it's not a
Halftime
foregone
Report.
conclusion yet. I mean, it is 7 to not 7, 10 to 3, but
Halftime Report.
this game is far from over.
And certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Awesome. I'm happy that you're doing well. And of course, Patty Chase out there to receive the second half kickoff.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
She'll take it out. And they stop her at the 25.
He would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Yeah, they get the ball to start the second half. So it's now imperative that Atlanta gets a turnover or a takeaway. Well, anyway, they do get a 5-yard gain on that. Does Rodgers, and I didn't see who caught that last one.
Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Oh, that was Lewis who caught it.
Down at 5.
2nd and 5 at the 30. They hand it off, and they hand it off to Aaron Jones, but he only manages to get 1 yard out of that. I mean, of course, Atlanta was able to get a turnover and a pick 6 last game, and it was on the first possession, although, you know, there's a huge difference between going up against Kyler Murray and Aaron Rodgers.
From the gun on 3rd down.
And a completion at a first down.
First down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd
Great
down.
catch by Valdez-Scantling, who is having himself a great game himself.
That can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
There's C. Crushing Kelly, number 35.
The 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers.
Rodgers. And that was not a good throw. Not a good throw.
A little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Also, welcome back, Clinton. Green Bay is in the lead, and they have the ball. And if they were to score right here, this will make it much, much difficult for Atlanta to get back in this.
Now Rodgers.
Another completion. And he got it to Lazard.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Great stat line, three receptions for 42 yards. Not a bad stat line there for him.
Puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From Falcon territory now.
I will say this, you know, win or lose, Atlanta has done such a great job in this postseason as they remain the only team thus far to not have a first-round bye. And Valdez gets another catch for 3 yards and goes out of bounds to stop the clock.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Wanted to win Super Bowl for Dwayne, but denied.
You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
well, Jamar, you're not the only one who's going to say that.
Get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 43. They hand it off. And Jones, they just cannot stop Jones.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. And they'll keep
They
on
hand it
the
off
ground with
again.
Jones.
And Jones just
Brought
continues
down
to pound the rock.
Inside the 25.
They just cannot stop Jones. Of course, Jones is doing the smart thing by, running to the left, running to the right, not going down the middle where Wally is.
But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe
That's the
that
thing. I
gives him
mean,
a little
they're
juice 'cause
they're
you're
they're
right,
running
he's
away
struggled,
from
especially
Wally.
that
They
first
know
half.
that if he runs right into Wally, that Wally would just stop him.
Just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open.
But they're doing a great job in doing so. But you also have to got to give credit to the offensive lineman, and at times crushing Kelly because she is a tight end. When she's not catching footballs, she also doubles as a tackler.
Rodgers now on first down.
Now Rodgers, a completion to who else? Crushing Kelly,
It's Kelly.
and she gets it to the 6-yard line. Great catch there by Crushing Kelly. 2 receptions, 26 yards.
Here he finds his big tight end for good yardage, and that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Big stop here for Atlanta if they can get it.
Now it's Rodgers.
Rodgers could put this game away.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nope, incomplete. He caught it, but it was out of bounds past the end zone. So it's 2nd and goal.
Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
All right, 2nd and goal at the 6.
On
They
second
hand it
down,
off,
it's
but this
Jones.
time they were prepared for him.
Not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
I can't pronounce that young man's name, but he predicted that it was going to be ran down the middle, and he stopped him. Nice stop there.
Then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing
Rodgers. Now being pursued. He has to throw it away, and he does.
Incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate
Nice
him a little bit.
play,
They really got to
forcing
there.
him to
Would've
throw
been the
it.
first sack of the game instead. They're able to influence
Well,
the release,
that
and
might
they
just
did
be a
force
field goal
incomplete
attempt.
pass.
That keeps them in the game for a little bit, but they'd be down by 2 scores still.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Crosby puts it
So they
through.
do get it. It's 13-3.
Stretch their lead to 10 now
So
at
good job. I mean,
13
they're still
play.
technically in it, but they're going to have to score something and then get the ball back and score again.
Three on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense,
I mean, they have the rest of this quarter and all of the next to, get 2 scores, and they got to get it. If they take too long to score, that's just as good as a stop or a turnover by the part of Green Bay. So if you're Green Bay, you got to stop them, if not hope that Atlanta, uses up a lot of clock to where even if they score, they won't have enough time to score again. So, that's what Green Bay has to keep in mind. Anyway, Patterson returns it, and they got to the 25-yard line.
Same result, and he opted for the touchback. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
but the goal is still the same because they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
All right, so Atlanta. Right now, the pressure's on them. I mean, you could probably say the same thing about Green Bay with the pressure on them as well as to, keep this lead and ultimately win. I mean, of course, going into this postseason, you know, Green Bay, of course, was one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl, whereas Atlanta was not even close to that conversation, and yet here is Atlanta. You know, you have to think that if Atlanta can somehow come up with some big plays offensively, although big play by Patterson, and then, oh, we got a flag. Hey, what's up, Shifty? And we're going to see Shifty next year for season. Oh, illegal block in the back by Jamar.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays second down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
Oh, no, wait. Wait, did they? Oh, no, wait, they still have it, but that would have been a big play had it not been. That's kind of weird. I thought it would have. Kind of weird. I'm not even going to question it, but I would have thought that they would have accepted the penalty or something. But it's 2nd and 7 at the 44, and that's the end of the third quarter. It is 13-3. And then Shifty says, "I can't wait." But it was an illegal block in the back on the part of Jamar Games. Like the old saying goes, you had one job. But, you know, they still have time to get a touchdown or a field goal, whatever works for them. But they got to get it, and they got to get it quick.
Back to throw.
A completion, and another flag. And it is a face masking penalty, this time against Green Bay. And who was that? Rasul Douglas. That is not a good penalty on the part of Green Bay, because now that means that puts Atlanta at the 22. And now they have a much better chance at getting a touchdown than they did just a few moments ago. So yeah, bad penalty on the part of Green Bay. You cannot be committing penalties like that. That's only going to give the opposition a chance to get back in this game.
Now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22.
From the gun,
and an incompletion.
Good coverage there, forced the ball.
I mean, great coverage there by Green Bay, but, well, I mean, that was just not a good catch, not a good throw, unfortunately.
And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
All right, 2nd and 10 at the 22. 13-3, Green Bay. They get the completion. And he got it to Gage Jr. So now it's a 3rd and 1. Yep, you get to start next year.
Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense.
It just came down to trying to find somebody. I noticed that one person's not coming back. So I was like, you know what? You can just inherit that person's spot. And who caught that?
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
That was Drum Monkey who caught it, and he caught it at the 4-yard line and goes out of bounds to stop the clock.
Magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup.
Well, anyway, I should also mention Shifty. This coming season, the bottom 10 teams, like these are the 10 teams that did not make the playoffs last year, and had, you know, the 10 worst records in the league. Well, one of those teams is going to win the Super Bowl. And in fact, I actually have the list right here, so let me get it for you.
Now you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
Wait, where did I put it?
Line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the teams involved are from the bottom to the 10th worst team. And they run it in. Touchdown! Atlanta Falcons. And it was it Patterson?
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So the toss play.
Oh, it was Davis who did it. I'm sorry. I thought it was Patterson, but it was Davis who got it. So great play there by Davis. And I mean, he was way open.
And when they do,
Anyway, the 10 teams involved include the Jaguars, the Lions, Texans, Jets, Giants,
No going for two. They'll kick the point after.
Panthers, Bears, Falcons, Broncos, and Seahawks. And I have a feeling I know exactly which team you would want to go for if you were to be chosen in the draft. I have a feeling. Anyway, now it's a 3-point game, so now what Atlanta wants to try to do is to try to get the ball back however they can get it and get a chance to either tie or go ahead. And if you're Green Bay, you got to keep the ball and preferably score anything. In this case, score a touchdown. A field goal only just makes it a 6-point game. And Atlanta would only just need a touchdown plus the extra point to take the lead.
Following the touchdown,
I kind of figured. Also, Shifty, in the event that the Seahawks are not available, who would you want to be picked by? Or conversely, who would you not want to be picked by? I have a feeling that you wouldn't want to be picked by like the division rivals and some other teams like the Patriots and to a degree the Broncos or something like that. For number 7 next season. Changing to your number to the fellow Buckeye. Okay. Actually, I could put that down right now. Yeah, because I gave you number 8. Now, also, Clinton, depending on which team you get drafted by, you could get number 7, but you could also get a number close to that. Anyone but 2 teams. Okay, well, which 2 teams do you not want to play for?
Plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
Well, you could. It's possible. They know that the Falcons would, be best served to try to hold on to Wally.
We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those.
Anyway, it's 2nd and 9. Oh, the Steelers or the Raiders. Well, I hate to say this, but I am a Raider fan, believe it or not. But I have a tremendous respect for the Seahawks and Seattle. Of course, that has a lot more to do with Seattle being great while we've been terrible. So. And also, not to mention the fact that, Seattle got moved to the NFC. But for a long time, they were an AFC team. I remember the last time that they met was in the AFC Championship back in '83. Anyway, nice catch there by Kelly, but that results in a 4th and 1. And that might just put that might just give that might just give Atlanta a chance at this. Although had Kelly caught it and made the first down, that would have just kept the drive going. So yeah, great catch there by Crushing Kelly, but a great play by number 21. Oh, that was Harmon who made a great stop. But now Atlanta has a chance. Now the question is, can Green Bay stop them?
As he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
You found him, awesome.
First kick, this one in that neighborhood as well.
And because of Super Bowl 40 for the Steelers, I would have thought like maybe the Patriots. Although to be fair, that was more of a play call mishap on the part of Pete Carroll. They really should have just ran it to they really should have just ran Marshawn Lynch right down their throats as opposed to throwing that slant that it was caught by Malcolm Butler. So I can see why you didn't hold the Patriots accountable. It was more so that it was a bad play call. But I'm happy that you found your baby boy. Man, that was great. That's great that you found your baby boy. So they get the first down and then some. Now Ward. Time is of the essence, though. Even though they have the ball right now, it means absolutely nothing if they don't get anything at all. This is where having time management skills is going to be key.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes.
Of course, there wasn't really anything outright bad that I could say that it was a farce. You know, kind of like what is it? The Fail Mary game. That was terrible. But yeah, 40. I could probably see why some people would think, oh yeah, you know, the Seahawks got screwed there. So I'm not going to argue that part. I can see it. I can see it. Now, a nice catch there by Pitts to get a 6-yard gain. Again, they got to make their way down. A field goal only ties the game, of course. But that's all they really need. But they definitely want to get the win right here. A completion. And who caught that one? Not going to start. No. Also, Shifty, would you like to be on me roster for Blue Toad Wrestling? I forgot to ask you last time.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw.
They faked the handoff. And oh, that also could have been intercepted, and that could have they could have run the clock down. Number 21, who was that? Or was it 31? No, wait, 21. Who was that? Oh, that was Stokes who made a play at it. Great job there by Stokes. I thought you already asked. Or if I did not get a response. So, like, I didn't get an affirmation there. Nice catch. And a timeout being used. Okay. Then I will add you officially to the list. To add the Drunken Dragon Clown. So I got Shiftykins. All right, so 3rd and 6. A minute, 3 seconds left. 3rd and 6. Can they make it? And what? What? Stanley, what the hell kind of throw was that? You have made the list. But no, really, Miles Stanley, what kind of throw was that? You probably would have been better off just running it, you know, or rushing it, man. But what kind of throw was that? Well, now they have to go for it. They're not close enough to get a field goal, so they got to make this. Can the Packers stop them? No, wait! They do! And it's intercepted! Jair Alexander with a big interception, and Green Bay can just run the clock out. What a pick!
That is a winning play at this stage of the game.
Wow! And he stole it from Drum Monkey, and Alexander could just run it, and now they can just run out the clock now. Incredible. Much to the chagrin of Wally and Jamar. This all but seals their fate. The only thing that Atlanta can hope for is if Green Bay fumbles it or turns it over in some form or fashion. They fake the handoff.
Drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The Falcons going to use the second.
Yeah, what rotten luck on the part of Atlanta, but here's the thing. Atlanta, like 13 out of the 19 teams that entered this playoff tournament, they got first round byes. Atlanta is the last remaining team still in the playoffs that did not get a first round bye. And Jones is going to run it, gets a first down, and now they can just simply run it out.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
But 1st and 10. But I have to say, what more can be said about Atlanta? I mean, Atlanta made a great run in the playoffs.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
I mean, their path to the playoffs include, as far as the Falcons are concerned, they beat the Bears at home. Then they beat the top-seeded Cincinnati Bengals. Then they beat the 8th-seeded Arizona Cardinals.
You like the defensive side.
And unfortunately, they will fall at the Green Bay Packers. And already in the Super Bowl are the Dallas Cowboys.
So it's all over.
So it is over.
And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team
So
game,
Atlanta,
sometimes you have
10,
to lean on one part of your
Green
team.
Bay,
And they leaned on their
13.
defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for
So
some help,
the
like,
Super
guys,
Bowl is set.
so
It is
happening
going
this
to
way.
be
Can you hook us
the
up?
Dallas
And they
Cowboys
did in a
and the
big
Green
way.
Bay
So no
Packers, much
problem.
like
Put it on our shoulders.
those
We'll carry
classic
you home.
matchups in
They
the
did exactly that.
66 and 67 championship games, especially in the first 2 years of the Super Bowl. So we'll find out what Atlanta's going to do in the draft, the Madden draft, not the real draft. I mean, oh my gosh. At one point, I honestly thought that Atlanta was going to make a run at it. Whether they would have tied the game or whether they would have went ahead, we'll never know, as unfortunately, Miles Stanley Ward threw a pick, and Jair Alexander made the pick himself, and oh man. I mean, you talk about two nail-biters, this was it.
The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
So, we're going to have to, well, first, before I build that up, let's look at the stats really quickly. And also, hey, what's up, Brandon? You're just in time for the end of the show, as that was the end of our second of 2 games. So, Aaron Rodgers had a better game overall. I mean, they had more or less the same amount of yards by 6 yards, really. A slightly higher completion percentage, but the biggest difference is that interception. That interception ended up costing them. And then for Aaron Jones, yeah, he has a rushing touchdown. Mike Davis has a rushing touchdown. And then for receiving, Jamar Games, he had 3 receptions for 35 yards. Drum also had 3 receptions, but for 34 yards. Crushing Kelly also had 3 receptions for 33 yards. But nobody had a touchdown reception from the receiving corps. And then, let's see, what else we have. I'm just going through the stats for our created players. Okay, where is she? Well, of course we have Kenny Clark with that full sack that he had earlier. Okay, so Wally Johnson has 1 tackle. And Patty Chase has 2 tackles. But in addition to that, she also had a pass deflection. And that one was huge, because had she not gotten that, it's very possible that Atlanta could have won that. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to build this up. So the Super Bowl is going to be the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. And wow. I mean, what more could you ask for as far as a Super Bowl with 2 great teams? I mean, you have 2 teams that have, you have Green Bay with 4 Super Bowls. You have Dallas with 5 Super Bowls. And really the big storyline going into this, as far as our players are concerned, is that, for Patty, this is her first Super Bowl in her first year, which in itself is great. But then you have the fact that Well, for Crimson Ninja, this isn't his first. Actually, no. For Crimson Ninja and for Crushing Kelly, this is each their first Super Bowl. I mean, Crushing Kelly, and as well as Crimson Ninja, just haven't been able to get over the hump to get to the Super Bowl. And yet, here we are with the Cowboys, in which it features Crimson Ninja, Zach Walker, and Gregory Blakely. And you have the Green Bay Packers represented by Patty Chase Lawndale and Crushing Kelly. So you have two denied players. Now, of course, the Packers have won the Super Bowl before, but they didn't have any star players or creative players with them at that time. In fact, they were the first ever Super Bowl champions in the Madden series. But can the Green Bay Packers win after 8 seasons of not being champions? Or will the Dallas Cowboys finally win the Super Bowl after a billion years with Crimson Ninja at the helm? That's the question. So that's the build-up for Super Bowl, and of course, I will let you guys know whether it's going to be on Saturday or Sunday. Probably Sunday, most likely, but we'll see. I will talk to Elmeister, as Elmeister wanted to play a game of Mario Party, but I knew that I wanted to get this done, and I would have done this sooner had it not been for the fact that my parents needed my help, which, honestly, they could have asked for somebody else, but hey, I'm not going to cry about it, but I'm just happy that I got this taken care of. Anyway, and we'll see who drafts who for next year, though. If Dallas wins, then NFL goes out of business. That's kind of a bold statement there. All I know is good luck to the Cowboys and good luck to the Packers. But until then, this is the Blue Toad to Jew 22 signing off, saying goodbye, and I will see you next weekend. I will still be doing some behind-the-scenes work as far as 2K22, and if I can get a show, or if I can get everything set up for that first show, I will also let you know and build up the card. Otherwise, I will... I might do a creation suite. We'll see what happens. But until then, to Jew22 signing off. Have a great day, everybody, and stay safe. And I will see you then. Take care, and God bless. Peace. And Patty says, bye, everyone. Thank you, Patty, and congratulations.